Thank you. Welcome to our meeting number 316. Thank you. Someone's looking at the agenda that I prepared with my bare hands. We have food that I'm eating today. We have a very special meeting. We are at a restaurant at a beer house, which is German, but we are an English club. We like to push the boundaries of language here at Toastmasters. There is one big event happening this week in the Toastmasters community. Why are you pointing at the screen? There is one big event happening in the Toastmasters community. Who knows what it is?
Contest.
Contest. Yes. When?
23rd of November.
23rd of November, this Saturday. And I have one question for you. Very important question. Why have you not registered yet to this event?
We have one about this.
Still thinking about it. Tomorrow is the deadline for registration. Otherwise, you'll get no food. So tomorrow is the deadline for the registration. The registration link is in our chat. So if you would like to register, you can go to the Toastmasters chat and register. Do I have any more announcements? Yes, I do. If you see here, this is not for smoking. This is the end of the stage, because if you go past, the floor is lava. Let's imagine the floor is lava. So please stay in front of this pedestal, silver thing. Pillar, thank you, yes. In front of this silver pillar. Any more announcements? Everybody here knows. Oh, we have one new person. I know you said you wanted to watch, but we have a rule in Toastbusters where we invite guests to come and say hello on stage. Do you want to come and say hello and introduce yourself? Yes, let's have Can you please tell everyone your names and yes, can you please tell everyone your name and why did you join this meeting this evening?
Okay, my name is Sergey. And I joined because my wife is very like these meetings. She talk about it. Yeah, and I work here. Just like
Not here.
Not in Spartan House.
not Spartan House, yeah, just like 5 minutes from here. So I think I could check what she likes so much.
Are you interested in English or public speaking or Toastmasters?
Maybe. I
Maybe.
think about it.
Very nice. We will try to impress you and inspire you today.
Good.
Thank you very much. Okay. He's not new. If you're, yeah, don't worry. Okay, I think we are officially ready to kick off the meeting with our lovely Toastmaster of the evening. Please welcome to the stage, Irina. The back point up. Yeah.
Dear fellow Toastmaster, yes. It's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you at our Toastmaster Club in this amazing place, first of all. Those people who visit our meetings, Toastmaster meetings, regularly, may remember maybe months ago I delivered a speech at the club meeting about my solo retreat in the broken car. Yeah, of course, no doubts. I gained some experience, some magic morning hours, my new habit, and I'm really happy about it. But I tried to find the reason why I ended up in the forest, in the broken car, in this terrible situation. Why? A couple of days, I heard some strange noise in the engine of my car. And I wanted to go to garage and check the engine, but I chosen not to do it. This is classic example of self-sabotage. I was a person who avoids difficult and unpleasant situation. In terms of self-sabotage, we called it avoider.
Sorry, I'm still still working on the slideshow.
Avoider.
Mhm.
Yeah, here you can see some different self-saboters. This picture describes what kind of activity they saboters. So the next slides will be without notes. It can be like this, but this is.
I have no
I think
idea why it's
you need
showing
to
like this.
switch the screens because this screen should be here.
Who is a technical person in the audience? Because I have no idea why it's showing it like this.
Uh,
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much.
Show display settings. Switch screens.
The thing is, I don't see that on my
Okay.
computer.
I can see it quite clearly.
Okay, that's good. Online audience can see it.
Okay. And on today's meeting, we will talk about self-sabotage, including what are our self-sabotaging activities, what excuses we usually make up, and what do we usually sabotage. And first of all, as a Toastmaster of the day, I would like to explain the anatomy.
Super.
Yeah, next please. I would like to explain the structure of our meeting because we have guests here at our meetings. So our meeting is divided into 3 parts. First part is the part of preparing speeches where club members, deliver speeches, prepare speeches according to their project, their level, and their path they chosen. Today we have 2. The second part of the meeting is table topic session, where you can practice speaking and thinking impromptu. Guests are also welcomed as well. And third part is the final part, important part, where prepared speeches and other aspects of our meeting will be evaluated by General Evaluator and his team. So, but I have to make some announcement and maybe exception to the rule in introduction of the roles. And welcome to the stage, the wisest person of our meeting, table topic master, Alexander Uzyanov. Great idea.
With a smart idea.
Mhm.
Fellow Toastmaster, good evening. You received from me, each of you, some papers, yes?
Yes.
And I invite you to take a moment to reflect on your dreams. And you should write down your name on the paper and one of cherished idea that you have been wanting to pursue, but for some reason have been putting off. And you also can mention the reason why you postponed your cherished idea to realize. It might be build a house, give birth to the child, or visit some relative, something like this. But you have to realize in this life, but postpone. And on the table topic session, we will have special guest who will explain what to do with this paper, okay? Samira won't participate because she will. And
Punishment.
yes, for online audience, especially Mike, I would like to ask Mike to send a private message to Valeria, and she will pass to me. I will write down your cherished idea that you postponed but would like to realize in this life.
Mike, I've already sent you a message on Telegram about the table topics.
The task is clear.
No, just to clarify to check. Dream or wish, what we
Maybe dream, maybe wish, but what can be done
in this life. What you can arrange by yourself, by maybe it's not so easy, maybe it will be some complicated task, but you would like to arrange, but you postpone on it. Yeah,
Postpone or cancel?
Just.
postpone. You would like.
You're putting off.
It self-sabotage. It lives with you, but you do not do it. You have to do it, but you didn't make it.
So is there any chance that I will do it in the future?
After table topic session, you will do it for sure. Okay? Some real
Persuasion concern.
idea, but maybe your dream.
How much time do we have to write?
All the time I will gather it before table topic session, and you can put it down, or I will do it on your behalf.
Okay,
It's a good place for you.
Yes.
okay.
So of course it is my fault. I need to explain first what is self-sabotage itself. Self-sabotage, it is activity or our behavior when we undermine our goals, success or well-being, right? And probably you should write some your goal, or maybe something from what are you doing? Okay, as a Toastmaster of the day, it is my duty to introduce the experts who assist me to run this meeting today, and to keep track of the time spent each speaker. Please help me to welcome our timer of the day, Vlad Seyfulin.
Good evening. Thank you very much for your attention. Today I'm timer, and we have some rules. Does anybody wants to break any rules today?
Yes.
Always.
Yeah,
We are here, it was spot on.
Okay, please don't do it today, please. Okay. So we have some rules, and so I will follow up time, and then my rules will be
Welcome, welcome. Заходите, заходите.
to show you special colors during the speech. We have several rules. I will be very fast. So the speech, we have a time limit for each speakers. So we have two speakers who will do own speeches. Is it right? Not own, two speeches, and they will have from 5 to 7 minutes time limit. When they will reach 5 minutes, I will show them green card. When they will reach 6 minutes, I will show them yellow, and 7 minutes it will be red one. Then they will have about the 30 seconds to finish their speech. Then we have some time limits for the impromptu speakers. So they will have from 1 minute to 2 minutes. So when they will reach 1 minute, I will show them yellow. 1.5 will be 1 minute it will be green. When 1.5 it will be yellow, and red card I will show them. They will reach 2 minutes time limit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Vlad. Keeping the time, it is really important too. Valuing your time means valuing your energy, right? Okay, what is self-sabotage and why we need to talk about it today? Self-sabotage refers to behaviors, to our behavior, thoughts, action, and feelings that undermine our goals, our well-being, and of course, success. It can manifest in various ways. You can see here some signs of self-sabotage. Yeah, better. Yeah, it can be procrastination, negative self-talk, maybe perfectionism, maybe unhealthy habits. Essentially, self-sabotage is when we consciously or unconsciously hinder our progress and our success and our happiness. And it is the most the same when we use filler words in our speeches, preventing people, preventing audience from hearing our idea and being inspired of our speeches. To keep the track of our and other filler words during this meeting, we will have a counter. And please help me to welcome our accountant, Samira.
Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Samira. I'm your accountant today, and my role is to help you become more aware of filler words and non-words and ultimately reduce the use in your speech. Why is this important? If you want to give credibility and authority to your speech, it is essential to reduce the frequency of filler words that you use in your speech. Filler words and sounds include such words as like, but, etc. They not only take away your credibility and authority, as I said, but also cast a shadow of doubt over what you are saying. And most importantly, they disengage their audience, and because your message becomes cluttered and less clear. And I would like to share some strategies that you can use to ultimately get rid of these filler words and sounds. The first strategy is awareness pre-recording. Try to record yourself during conversations with your friends or colleagues and write down the most frequently used filler words and sounds, and this will help you to use them less. And another strategy is mindset shift. Our use of filler words stems from discomfort with silence. Try to be more comfortable with pauses in your speech. Silence is a powerful tool that can help you to give weight to your words and allows your listeners to absorb the message more effectively. By working on these strategies, you can improve your speaking skills, making your speech more effective and engaging. So at the end of the speech, I will share my observations with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for encouraging us to keep watching and prevent self-sabotaging our speeches. Okay, self-sabotage, why we need to talk about today. Usually, we know what our mountains. Maybe it is addiction, weight, relationship, motivation, maybe self-esteem, maybe money. The mountain is always the sign what we want to reach, the sign of our goal. And standing on the foot of the mountain, we are thinking, wow, it's so unattainable for me. What many obstacles, many excuses, right? And I always imagine English grammar as a mountain for me. And it is unattainable peak. And of course, I understand that it's impossible to climb this mountain without experts. alone, it is not, it is impossible. And we have to to keep track our grammar, good usage of grammar or not good usage of grammar. We have expert of the day, Grammarian, Ksenia Kiseleva.
Hello, dear Toastmasters. I'm your grammarian today, and my role is to make your speech more clear or positive. As Winston Churchill said, success is the ability to move from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So the word of the day is enthusiasm. It means positive emotions, strong animation, or passion, admiration, and so on. And I wish that you will get only positive emotions today. Thank you. I will check your speech.
Thank you so much for willingness to help us with our mountains and for your outside perspective. Okay, I have a request. Let's use our imagination. Usually, mountain is formed when two sections of the ground are forced against one another, right? Who knows geography? Like this. And now imagine that mountain is formed by two parts of you, conscious and unconscious. One part is aware what you want, but another part is don't aware why you're still holding back. So it means mountain is you. Mountain is blocked between you and your walls. Amazing picture, I like it. And there is nothing holding you back in your life more than yourself. And your efforts and consistently met with your resistance, pain, discomfort. Self-sabotage is almost always at work. Almost always at work. On the surface, self-sabotage seems masochistic.
Masochistic?
Yes, right. It is product of self-hatred, maybe low self-confidence, or maybe lack of willpower. Are you agree or not? Okay, maybe the next expert is disagree. We have one more inspiring expert, the thought of the day, Konstantin Danilov. Please welcome on stage.
Dear friends, guests, good evening. Today we have a great topic, self-sabotage. And with pleasure and with a big enthusiasm, I would like to share thought of the day. And let me begin with the first. I prepared a couple of questions for you. Questions. And first question. Have you ever before know about definition self-sabotage? Please raise your hand, or maybe thinking about this word, or know this word.
The dictionary definition or just my
No,
own definition?
Definition. Okay, great. Today I will share a history a little bit. Second, maybe tricky question about what do you think self-sabotage? Is it a good thing or maybe have benefits for us?
No,
it's
not benefits.
It prevents
Maybe.
Mm.
So raise a hand who think it's maybe some kind of or some type of good thing. Okay. Please raise your hand who think or believes that it's negative. So
What if you think it's both?
consequences? Okay, right. Okay, so this thought of the day today, I would like maybe to navigate you maybe in different direction or a different angle to look at this. But first of all, let me share with you history. So I googled today about what is self-sabotage and found that history about this word comes from French. So this is French word, and it's it's something like early of 20th century. It means literally kicks. One moment, I have some tips. It means, one second, guys. Kick with sabots, or willfully or intentionally destroy. By the way, sabots, it's a special shoes which made out from logo food. So it's something negative. So destroying fully of everything. If you look at the past and nowadays, we can understand that a big number of people think that it's negative in general. So it's some kind of toxic, I don't know, or it's a disease. And that hinders our personal growth and can strain our relationships. Today, Irina mentioned, and at presentation we already knew and understood that it's unhealthy relations with food, alcohol, with different activities, so low self-esteem, and other bad things. But I would like you and encourage to think about, again, different angle, different approach. So maybe this is maybe something essential function or a signal from our brain, from our maybe behavior to change or to think about it in another way. What I mean? I mean that it is yeah, it's like our protection that we have got from our ancestors, and yeah, we have a signal or to prevent us causing more harm. What I mean by that? So let's think about this angle, and like a good thing, if we understand this and we understand this pattern or slippage of our behavior or feelings, we will start our small steps to change it. And we will start actions, we will surround ourselves with beautiful, great people. We will surround us with good emotions, and finally we improve our overall well-being. So please think about this. So maybe it's silent. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for eye-opening speech.
This is really,
Sorry.
truly eye-opening.
What I'm sorry that I will see.
So that's okay. Good idea. Thank you so much. Okay, it is high time to finish with theory and go and move on practical examples. Understanding self-sabotage can help us because awareness is the first step towards positive changes in our life. And as experienced Toastmasters, we know that information absorbed more effectively when it is structured. And I listened to some podcasts of self-sabotaging experts, Sarah Ellis. I will give you the link in the end of my presentation for this podcast. And I have learned how to structure my thoughts about my self-sabotaging activities. And she recommended to make a grid on table. There are three headers. This is 3 questions. I did find it really useful. What are your self-sabotaging activities? Well, we need to think about it. What are the excuses? Yeah, our excuses we are making up usually. probably tell yourself in our head, rejecting our development and our success. And what are you sabotaging in general? In our Toastmaster community and at our meetings, we have some special person, quizmaster, who likes answering question. And please help me welcome to the stage Nastya, our quizmaster today.
Nastya also goes by the name Daniil Prizlakov sometimes, sometimes
This is my
alter ego.
surname.
Surname.
My name is Nastya. This is my Russian name, and Chinese name Mingyan. So this is my surname. Today I will ask you some questions about details. I think everyone come here to improve your speaking skills, but there is a very important skill called listening. So I will ask you questions
When?
after the meeting.
Yeah, at the end of the meeting. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So rule is rule. Okay, back to our grid. And consider the first example. Usually, it is not my example, it is usual example from podcast. I don't go to the doctors. Yeah? Are you sabotaging such an activity? Sometimes, somebody. What is my excuses? I'm too busy and really difficult to sort out, it's really time consuming, right? I have no time for it. What we are actually sabotaging? Our class. Simple. It is really simple to conclude. Let's consider the second example. This workaholics fitting in important work around the age of the day rather than prioritizing it, right? Samira is late to the meeting. I'm late to the meeting. Yeah, right. This is a symbol of self-sabotage. Behavior. It's not in my control. It's not something. No, right?
No, it's not mine.
Okay.
That I am also.
And what?
Thanks for calling out.
Okay, and what we are sabotaging? The quality of our work that we produce, or maybe the quality of your speeches here. It is not really.
Oh dear.
So, okay, on this note, it's high time to introduce the first speaker of our meeting. So please wait. Danara will attend project researching and presenting level 3 presentation mastery. The duration of her speech is 5-7 minutes. It is information for timer. The purpose of the project is to learn or renew basic research methods and present well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Please welcome Danara on stage. Danara, let me introduce the title of your speech on architecture, infrastructure, and their influence on our lives.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for that abrupt intrusion that I made. And today I'm going to talk to you about the environment and basically our habitat, how buildings, architecture, and infrastructure may influence our lives, especially our well-being. I'm more concerned about our emotional and mental state of mind. So you may ask, what a particular and curious topic to choose? And I would tell you a story. The idea of this speech was ingrained in my brain in St. Petersburg 3 months ago when I visited the Winter Palace where the Hermitage Museum is housed. And, you know, it was magical. It's not that I had not visited this place before. I did, and I had, but this time it was something different. The moment I stepped onto the territory of this palace, I felt as if I could actually live here. This building was built for me, and probably in some kind of past life, I did live here, and it just was, I felt so elevated, inspired, and motivated. I noticed that different ideas started to pop up in my head, not the usual ones. I was getting really creative. Can we move to the next slide, please? I even came up with some memes and shared it with my committee chat. So basically, those huge marble stairs, vast and spacious halls with tall ceilings, they made me feel different. I felt different. And then I made this observation. Okay, so my emotional and mental state may alter depending on the location I'm at. When I came back to Moscow, I continued making those observations. So just think about it. How do you feel when you are in a crowded metro? When you were at the Zill library, or when you are here now? It's two completely different feelings. When you are in a new modern business center or department store, or when you're passing by those gloomy panel buildings like Panelki or Khrushchevki, the feeling is completely different. Yeah, so why does it happen? And I was desperate to find some answers, and I stumbled upon this book. Thank you. Places of the Heart, the Psychogeography of Everyday Life. It's written by Colin Ellard, and he basically studies the way urban environments may influence our psychological behavior. So there are many insights from this book that I took away, but today I would like to draw your attention to the main thing. It's that our body is the key to everything. Colin Ellard states that it's not the architecture and infrastructure that influences us, it's the way our body perceives itself in these surroundings. And then as a result, we have this particular emotional or mindset shifts and changes. So the key is in our body. And he supports his assumption, we could say, by referencing 3 studies. There was, no need to change, not yet. There was a group of researchers who conducted an experiment, cold and lonely, does social exclusion literally feel cold? So basically, as a result of this experiment, they found out that people become more amicable, more positive, and more easy to approach if they hold something warm in their hands, like a warm beverage. So basically, we may assume that this factor, outside factor of warmness, affects our behavior and our mood. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. There is another study that proves that our body can also basically change our mood, and they decided to observe people who are interacting with electronic devices. So they found out that people who are hunched over their small screened phones feel less confident than the people who are sitting straight in front of a monitor, or a laptop. So that's another factor when we see that our body and our environment, they influence each other. And last but not least, probably you've heard about it, about the powerful poses that are powerful when we take, for instance, the superhero poses, and they can change our mood and even our hormone levels. So basically, they conducted research and found out that if people stand in these powerful poses for at least 2 minutes, the testosterone hormone level goes up and the stress hormone, cortisol, goes down. So basically, all of this, what I'm trying to bring us to is that there is this assumption that our mood comes from within us, and it's just we create our reality, but we also tend to forget this factor that the external circumstances can also affect us in various ways. So, I think, are we on the same page?
Yes.
Yes, great. Now, okay, Danara, what does it have to do with the buildings? Yeah, I was thinking the same when I was reading this book. So, I'm sorry, I'm going on. Sorry, Bulat. And the Alan Colin, he talks about various places that can inspire us, but also places that give us anxiety or make us bored. And I'd like to talk about one particular, can we move, aspect, places of boredom. For me, it's those typical panelki. I don't know, I hope you can see them. Have you passed by them, or maybe you live near them, or maybe you live in them like I do? That's why it's just my Achilles feet. That's why I'm talking about it. Because when I was in St. Petersburg, I was feeling this excitement and inspiration, and then I came back home to Moscow, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? Maybe I'm not meditating enough. What's happening? But now, having read this book, I realized that it's not only my internal mindset, it's also the surroundings, because boredom, as it turns out, is lack of visual excitement for your eyesight. You know colors like gray and white, there's nothing you can catch. It's black. So basically, and these buildings, they look monotonous, they're typical, and there's nothing interesting about them. And all of that, without on a subconscious level, makes us feel like life sucks. That's the way I feel. And then I'm guilting myself. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but apparently there is not. So coming back to my original research question, why does it happen? I have found one plausible, scientific explanation that there is these external circumstances that can affect my mood, and especially the buildings that I surround myself with. And I've taken some ideas for further improvement in my life, like maybe I should keep my posture whenever, straight, even when I'm walking through these boring plain buildings. And also, it's high time I think about changing my location and finding a new place to live. So I hope my presentation was insightful, and probably I hope you found some inspiration for yourselves. And thank you for your attention.
So, especially with musical background, amazing. Maybe it is this is kind of tip to overcome your self-sabotaging behavior. Maybe you can change you can find your positive changes and reach your goal. Okay. I will do it again. Example number 3. Scrolling on Instagram before bed.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. I need to share the screen again.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes. Aha. Yeah. Continue.
So what are our excuses? Scrolling for the 10 minutes and close it and get sleep. No. What we're sabotaging? My reading time, because I read in bed, but also obviously sleep. When we are scrolling our feed in Instagram, we don't sleep. And it is very, very important for our balance and balance between day and night. So the next example is my own example. Downplaying. Yeah, it is rather difficult terms, and I googled some information. Afraid of speaking, what is the sense I made it? Yeah, I skipped my speech on the contest, on the club contest. Why? Because I'm afraid my next step.
Oh,
Yeah, this is true. I'm afraid to reach the top and then to have some responsibilities in front of club, in front of president.
no.
Yeah, what I self-sabotaged my development and my growth. Unfortunately, this is true. This is my example, and I want you to continue this grid with your own example. Maybe it is some way to realize, to analyze your self-sabotaging activities and to find some truth. What are you usually sabotaging? And oh my God, it's high time to introduce the second speaker of our meeting. Valeria will attempting project Inspire Your Audience, Level 3, Visionary Communication. The duration of her speech, 5-7 minutes. The purpose of this project is to practice writing and delivering the speech that impress others.
Inspire.
Inspire others. Please welcome Valeria on the stage. And the title of the speech is Invisible Village. Right, invisible.
Who is the most influential person in your life?
Donald Trump.
Me.
Wow. Rhetorical question, guys. Maybe, maybe it's Donald Trump. Maybe it's yourself. Maybe it's one of your parents, a close friend, an actor or a scientist you admire. Or maybe it's even a teacher from school whose lessons have stayed with you long into adulthood. One of my biggest influences is not just one person. It's a whole school. I went to a bit of an unusual school here in Moscow, actually. It was located on the basement floor of an apartment building, and there were only 2 classes when I started. My class had 8 students. The class above me had 3, and that was the whole school. It was regular Monday to Friday. We studied regular subjects, maths, science, history, you name it. But Saturdays were dedicated to the arts. Theatre, painting, learning about cultures all around the world. And we even had unusual and creative after-school activities like yoga and meditation, and martial arts and marksmanship, where you learn to shoot guns. And I have to blame that school about the fact that I still cannot choose a career path, because they made all subjects sound so interesting and so incredible. But it wasn't just about the subjects. It was about the teachers. They had this unique way of passing on not just information, not just lessons, but values and traditions. And they made us see the world in a completely different way. I think I can also blame that school for the fact that I was never afraid to travel. I was never scared of living in another country, and I was always comfortable. I was always comfortable meeting new people, and it is because of that school. They say it takes a village to raise a child. And a village we did have at that school. And it is true that we are all affected by our environment. Our environment influences the way we see the world, the way we understand what goes on around us. And I have another example we can look at about how the world is changed by our influences, by our villages, by our communities. There is a tribe in Costa Rica called the Bribri tribe. They still to this day spend all of their lives living in the lush green jungle. And researchers found that this tribe, the people from the Bribri tribe, they can even tell the difference between slightest changes in the color green. Because they live in the jungle, in the forest, they see all these shades of green that other people will think, this is identical, this is the same shade, what are you talking about? The people from the Bribri tribe can tell the difference. It's not magic, it's their environment. Now, I would like to do a little test with you today. Please allow me, I will show you a picture on the screen. In this picture, there will be 5 boxes. 4 are the same color. 1 box has slightly different shade of green. And look at it, observe, see if you can tell the difference, which one is just a little bit lighter. And one moment, let me first of all find the picture. As we don't have a webmaster today, I am the webmaster. And that's still the presentation. Let's take that down. It's not working, you guys. Hold on. Zoom and share. Yes. Okay, let's observe. Yep, 1 second. I have a webmaster assistant who's helping me. And you can look at that green color for now. See if you can tell the difference. Here is the 5. Observe. Which one do you think is a slightly different?
First one.
The same.
Okay, interesting. Let's have a little vote. Who thinks number 4? Hands up. Who thinks number 5? Who thinks number 2? What about number 1?
Yeah, they are the same.
So someone thinks the same, someone thinks number 1 and 3? No one. Okay, 1 person. We had most votes for number 1. Okay, very interesting. I have a little confession to make. They're all the same. You are exactly correct. I'm so sorry I lied. I do apologize, but I lied on purpose. You see what I did there? I planted a story in your mind to influence your perception.
Yep.
I also already have your trust. That's another factor. You have a tendency to believe me, and because I'm on stage, I kind of have a little bit of power. And I also planted 2 amazing actors in the audience that suggested that it was number 1. Can we applaud for our amazing actor? And I did this to create additional social pressure, to conform, again, to influence your perception. Why did I do this? This is invisible influence. It's subtle, but it's powerful. And it's everywhere, from our school to your personal laptop. It's in the algorithms. They tell you what to see. The algorithm chooses what you see online. The companies use psychological tricks, like I did on you today, to make you buy things you don't need. But we do have a light at the end of the tunnel. They say it takes a village to raise a child. But unfortunately, people that steer you in the right direction are rare. as an adult, we're still always being steered. Here's the good news. While invisible influences are everywhere, you have control about the voices that you choose to listen to, about the environments you choose to immerse yourself in, and you get to choose the direction of your life simply by asking questions like who or what is steering me? Whose counsel am I listening to? Who is my invisible village?
Yeah, thank you so much. No, I have no words to describe the purpose and the benefits of your speech. Maybe men of our YouTube channel. You can find this speech if you want to watch it. Please visit our YouTube channel. So I hope you are interested in this topic. And I hope you will continue learning yourself, self-discovery. And of course, I would like to share a recommendation how to learn more about this. First of all, book with Brenner Waste, Mountain is You. Eye-opening book, thought-provoking book. It is very easy to read. Please, you can download free and read it. The next is the source. This is a website where you can test your self-sabotaging behavior. And for example, this is result of my test. 50 questions, and the system will send the results on your email. I'm stickler, I'm perfectionist, so here I could explore and read more description. What does it mean? And the link to listen to the podcast where you can learn more about how to complete your own grid. Thank you so much for your attention. And I'm announcing break.
I think 5, yeah.
5 minutes break. Time flies as a bullet, and we are ready to start our table topic session. And table topic master, the wisest in this world, Sasha Mizyanov. Please welcome. Serious.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, let me invite on the stage the wizard. Oh, my name is Postponer. All the life I dream to build a castle, travel distant land and spread kindness. Every time I say, I'll do it tomorrow. The time slipped away and all my dreams remain unfulfilled. But today, have a chance you to fulfill your dreams. I gathered the papers
The dreams.
with your ideas that you would like to arrange but postpone. I will invite some of you to the stage to draw the paper, and the draw paper he will motivate the person to fulfill his dream or his idea, to arrange it now or in the nearest future. Don't let the procrastination win, and please realize your goals. You will have for 1 to 2 minutes. Do have word of the day, I do not remember. Enthusiastic. Please use the word enthusiastic during your table topic session. The first one, if you draw your own, bring it to the side. You can put it down, but you can motivate yourself. Actually, the first person will be Vasya.
Is it me?
What you're looking for?
Ah,
Please read for everybody.
Writing a book
oh, for God's sake.
for Lera, your dear president.
You can write letter.
Lera, please come up. I need to speak to you.
Oh, God.
We've known each other for some time now. For a half a year, I know you. I've been through many meetings and many club problems. But there's one thing you haven't done. And that is writing a book. And the most important problem is that you don't tell people that you want to write a book. It's the first time I found out this problem. If I knew it, I would have talked to you yesterday about this. Talk about your wishes, your deepest desires, your plans, so you'll be peer pressured by others to write a book. Because from now on, from this meeting, everybody's gonna text you in the 200 chat Toastbusters.
Oh, no.
When is the next book coming up? What's the book about? What are you going to sell it at? And where will be it available? There. You can do it. You will be able to write the most outstanding book. And you have already 200 people, willing readers at your disposal. I will be your editor. Lera, write your book.
Who will be the next? I see newcomer here. Let's come on the stage. Your name again?
Sergey.
My memory is. Sergey, please draw your. Who is it?
Bullets.
You can read to Bulat and to everyone what his idea about.
I had a dream to study university abroad, but I think it's impossible.
Oh.
Right, Bulat to the stage.
Well, up to the stage. I'll be up.
Fine.
It's fine.
Yes. Okay, Bulat, I will try. Okay. So,
No, that's good. That's good. We don't need to see Bulat.
okay. So even in 2024, the borders is open. The borders only in your mind.
Oh.
Yeah. If some places are closed, but some places are open, you can study anywhere. It's just your own ambitious, your own motivation. Today, like the most promising direction is China. So start learning Chinese. Chinese universities are pushing hard to become one of the greatest now. So I want you to inspire to visit some our neighbors, closed countries maybe, and I don't know. I think you know better what you want. So just understand that there is no borders, just your own motivation.
I thought it was study Chinese, but. Who else would like to motivate? Please. You can still motivate yourself.
Василиса. Find time to think and plan. Find time to think and plan. Василиса, my dear. Toastmaster, yeah, fellow colleague, president of Toastmasters. Yeah, I want to inspire you, encourage you. You are very positive, very active person. It's really surprising for me to find that you don't find time to think and plan. How possible to combine all these actions in the class, in your work, and at the same time not to think and plan. So I will do. Connect with me, go with me, and work with me, and I will teach you how it will be in real life. Your dream will come true. So I will explain some lessons. I give you some materials to read. We will watch movie. And after, I will give you some exercise to practice. And I promise, after the week or after doing, you will have time to think and plan. Thank you.
Wow.
You can go. Come here.
Climb mountain Everest. I know it's difficult mostly.
What? I can.
So I believe that you can climb any mountain that you wish to, including the highest mountain in the world, Everest, which is, if I'm not mistaken, 8,844 meters, right?
Wow, very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost 9,000 meters, but I believe you can do it if you will prepare every day. You can start from a small mountain, I don't know, in Moscow, for example, then you can, if you go to like south of Russia, where you can climb Elbrus, and I believe that you can do it because you come here to Toastmasters, where you train your public speaking skills. Maybe for you it was also difficult at the start, but now you realize that you improved over time, and if you manage to develop your public speaking skills, you can also climb the Everest if you want. So I wish you good luck and climb the highest mountain in the world.
Is it my turn? If you wish.
It's very funny because he wrote to join Toastmasters.
So you're saying.
Sergey, you already came here today. You already advised to get some role, but yeah, we do understand that you just
want to relax and watch and listen. But if you feel that today's atmosphere, today's let's say ambience, that our vibe is something alluring to you, that it is friendly, that you feel engaged, enthusiastic, if you feel this enthusiasm, then why not come in again and maybe once again next week? You can join me, or you can come on your own if you want. But I do really appreciate you joining, as we could really have some family hobby, you know? Why not? And spend more evenings together. And also another motivation, you often say, you come so late. I am waiting for you. I have prepared the dinner, but I ate it myself because you're so late, and you also stayed for an after party. Come on. And this way, we will spend all this time together. Very nice.
Little sabotage.
These can be useful for your class, guys, and you can visit French class. Well,
Last one.
last but not the least. No. Already 20 minutes. Okay.
I can go.
Well, you can do it.
Different, I guess. I want to hug the panda, but I'm scared of his, a little bit scared of his size. Wow. You know, Shufra, I believe that if you want that, you need to do that. No, not just because it's a dream and I need to fulfill it. No, it's for this dream reminds me of a little kid who that is sitting inside of you and who just wants something magical in their life. I will share a secret with you guys. Shusha wants to hug a panda. I want to hug a tiger, a real tiger. I'm considering that, and it's on my bucket list. So I'm not giving it off. And I know the panda size could be intimidating. So we can do some training. We can start, yes, I suggest you start preparing yourself mentally. First things first, let's start with the movie Kung Fu Panda. Yes, that panda, you know, it's big, but it's also fluffy and kind, and you can work yourself up mentally to prepare that, you know, okay, that could be fine. The next step, I suggest, is to find a place where you can legally interact with pandas, because they are, you know, species that are being very carefully taken care of. So maybe some kind of zoo or facility that takes care of pandas, and you can work as a volunteer there and shadow some master who is already taking care of a panda, and step by step, slowly, you will reach the stage when you will be mentally prepared to hug a panda, and the panda won't get scared of another human being, and it will be legal, and you'll fulfill your dream. Because I think when dreams are planted in our heads and in our hearts, it's for a reason. So I wish you good luck with that.
Shake hands with the old postponer.
Do not forget the time. The contest is near. Take your photo.
I still tell my father, don't get, you know, get in line.
Not for you. It's for Irina. And also, who ordered that food? Please take it before I.
Oh, yes, take your food, please.
Oh, let me please remind the participants, look, Vasilisa. Konstantin. Maria. I encourage you to vote.
Please, I did not do the voting, I'm so sorry. Vote in 5 minutes, later, give me the list. Give me the list.
By the end of the meeting, you should vote
Self-sabotage, you guys, I'm sorry.
for the best speaker.
Vote, I will tell you when to vote, we can continue the meeting.
And at the end of the meeting, your president will show you who the best. And I hope all the wishes and all motivation will come true. And the last, please do not forget about our conference in 2 days.
Woohoo!
Please subscribe and you will see me there. I will be watching you.
Toastmaster?
Thank you, Alexander, why is it? Okay. So, I would like to open the third part of our meeting. This is a session of evaluation. And welcome to the stage, General Evaluator, who will present his thoughts about our meetings. And I'm really happy that General Evaluator is member of different club. It is very useful to receive a feedback for our growth and development. Welcome.
It seems we are ready to start our evaluation session now. I want to start with complimenting our Toastmaster of the Day, Irina. I seem very well prepared, very thorough introduction to the topic of the meeting. Especially it worked well because it was greatly incorporated the thought of the day. You started a mini discussion here with Konstantin, and I also want to thank Konstantin for a great thought of the day, which provided us with a more flexible approach to self-sabotage, which is to see it not as the great ultimate evil that roots in our brain, but rather a mere symptom that something needs to change. And you need to determine what exactly you need to change, because reasons for self-sabotage may not be purely psychological. They could be health issues, or maybe as both our prepared speeches stated, they can be external influences. Another thing, which probably every general evaluator ever told multiple times, that minor role introductions are speeches too, especially I want to stress it for Bulat, for Ksenia, and for Nastya. It is always a good idea to intertwine your introduction with the topic of the meeting to ignite more enthusiasm in the audience to participate in general discussion. Samira provided some useful tips to avoid filler sounds, which is a great idea. And one small remark for Danara. There is not widely known an English equivalent for panelki, especially Soviet panelki, which is comi blocks. You may use it sometime later when you speak to someone. But it's not general vocabulary. But I've seen it a few times. Thank you. You're welcome. Surprisingly, both of our personal evaluators today are doing the evaluation projects, right?
Yeah.
So you both will give me a tough time today. Let us start with Sofia Vlasova, who will
Your audience, Toastmasters, yes. And Bernard. Bernard's speech, well, it is with enthusiasm, with great enthusiasm that I want to review Bernard's speech today. I think that every reviewer, every evaluator who ever talks about the Bernard's speech started with saying something like, it is very hard to review the Bernard's speech. And it is actually so, it's really hard to find any flaws, but there is, that is why it is so important to still find some points to comment on that might be helpful. Her aim, her goal, her research project was to apply basic research methods and present a well-organized speech on some unfamiliar topic, a topic she is not familiar with. And she also asked me to focus on structure and argumentation. I think that if we talk about structure, it was really clear and transitions were smooth. I really appreciated that her structure had a circular, it was circular. She started with her personal story and she also ended with it, which helped us to connect better to the topic. If we talk about argumentation, we had not only the illustrations of the books, which I photographed just to actually read them afterwards. We also had actual references to studies, which is really 5+ for argumentation. I think that that was also attained and done flawlessly, perfectly. I also appreciated that you used gestures, that you use rhetorical questions at the end and during your speech, and also the jokes. For example, you used this funny memes, and it also helped us to relax a little bit. And basically, yes. However, if we want, we still want to always find some points to challenge ourselves and find not the negative parts, but rather points for growth. I would say that you could use some pauses between the parts of the structure for your message to become even clearer. And I would also would like to notice that you saw that the time was running out and you commented on it and it felt a little bit rushed. It seemed to me that you felt a little bit rushed and you started like apologizing. I personally think that even if it was so, even if you were out of time, it is important to stay true to the idea, to your message, and to seem a little bit more relaxed. So overall, great structure. Argumentation was perfect, and you might want to work on pauses and feeling a little bit more relaxed on stage. Thank you. Can I have a quick word before you continue?
Please.
Okay. You can now vote for best table topics before we continue. There is a QR code on the agenda. You can use your camera, point it at the QR code, and you can vote. You can vote for yourself. You can vote for the person you thought gave the best advice. You can vote for the person that you thought looked great on stage. Just vote is what I'm trying to say.
We can't vote for the wizard, right?
Just do it. Wizard, you can always vote for
On
the
the-
wizard in your heart.
On the conference, you can vote for the.
Yeah, very clever, very nice. Does anyone else need the QR code? No? Yes, you need the QR code?
Yeah.
You have the QR code?
Yes, we have.
Very, very well. I believe we may continue Thank you very much.
In the meantime, I forgot to thank Alexander for his very artistic approach to table topic session. Enjoy the meal. Sophia, you provided a very flattering evaluation for the Nara, which is not a bad thing, and it's actually was a pretty good start because you specified that the pitch was great and you enjoyed it and etc. I thank you for your review being very personalized because you paid attention to what the Nara wanted to evaluate. You paid attention to actual purpose of the project, specifically the research part. But I want to stress one thing. The evaluation project in the base camps says us that Toastmasters are urged to present the observations rather than advice, and preferably through iMessages. So I heard you sometimes said that I noticed something, or I acknowledged something, but some points were presented as advice, which is for some reason is not advisable. You should be very careful with this. You may do it, obviously. Sometimes it's necessary. Otherwise, pretty decent evaluation. I think you passed your project. And now I present our second personal evaluator, Alexander Baranov, who will evaluate the speech by Valeria Podoleva.
Hello, guys. I'm Valeria. I'm pleased to be the evaluator of your speech today. Here's that. Okay, well, we'll start. This is my first evaluation project, so I'm a little bit nervous about this, especially given that Valeria is a very experienced speaker. So I was during your full speech looking for the things which you can put your at focus as a challenging point for personal growth. So I was very much focused on this, but still I have managed to notice all the good things. And I was very pleased that you started your speech with a question to the audience so that everybody was at once engaged and at once was listening more carefully to what you're saying to us. And I also very much liked that you used in your speech your personal stories, so that it made the speech more warm and more better understandable for us, so that we were able to feel what you were feeling and not only to understand what you are saying. In this way, it made, at least for me, the speech more interesting. It was not obvious for me from the beginning how the title is connected with what you're talking about, but maybe this was a good surprise for me when this connection between the title and the sense of your speech has been developing gradually and turning out fully rather after the in a half part of your speech. So it was maybe from my side, from my point of view, it was a nice trick so that you kept the audience to listen to your speech carefully. Your goal in this speech was to inspire the people. And I think that your trick with this rather brave experiment with the audience was very engaging and was inspiring for the people to get more interested in the subject and after when you are finished your speech and made all the philosophical questions more grounded and bound to our real life, this inspired the people, and I think you may agree with me, at least I was inspired, to think about such things as how the environment determines how we think, how we act, and how we live our life. And I need to say at least something about what you may challenge yourself with. I noticed that not always I was able to understand the connections between the parts of your speech. So you may challenge yourself with making the transitions more smoother, or just smoother without more. Overall, it was very inspirational. So I think this was to the point of your project. And to sum it up, this was a very good speech by means of, in terms of its structure, which was a loop structure. And you ended with a reference to your beginning and to a personal story. You had great movements around the stage. You had eye contact with all the audience, and you used your vocal variety, and you may challenge yourself with the subject of transitions in your future speeches. Thank you very much.
Alexander, you started your evaluation with stating that when listening to the speech, you were focused on searching for points of growth, which is a good thing to state because it makes the evaluation easier to digest for the speaker. Yet you proceeded mostly with praise. And it is important
But again, I was very happy. I accept.
It is important to highlight the great things about someone's speech, so the speaker could
Continue to do them.
right. So the speaker can continue. Eventually, you found a point of growth, and when you started to conclude the evaluation, I thought that it will be of classical sandwich structure when you say good things, but challenging things and good things again. But you just reviewed your own review. You provide a summary, which I think is redundant for a short speech like a personal evaluation. Or is it? I don't know. I feel like it is redundant.
Okay.
But it is a good trick for longer speeches, sure. Like for general evaluation. So, sorry. And now we are ready to proceed to the next part of our evaluation session. Alexander, otherwise, your evaluation was great. I think your project is finished.
Woo!
If I need
No.
And now I invite our accountant, Samira Dostar.
Hello, guys, again.
A little bit more. Yeah, perfect.
I think I will not point out mistakes of every speaker.
Because then we'll be here forever.
Yeah, you may check my report after the meeting, but in general, the most frequently used filler sounds for R, M, R, with the sound R being used around 17 times.
Oh.
So please pay attention to this sound. And for some reasons, filler words like well, so, like, but were not used very much, except so, which was used twice. And we have speakers who didn't use any filler words. They were Valeria, Alexander, and Vasilisa. Let's support them. Well, I hope that you will implement the strategies that I shared recently before at the beginning of the meeting, and you will use filler words less often than you do. Thank you.
Now I call to the stage Ksenia Kiseleva, who is our grammarian for today.
First of all, I will start with the thoughts that I liked. Unhealthy habits. Mountain is forced from two parts of you. Rule is rule. Time consuming. Powerful poses. We create our reality. Disparting finding answers. Guilting myself. Can affect my mood. Insightful. Long into adulthood. Dedicated to the art. Large green jungle. That's not a magic, it's an environment. I light on purpose. Outstanding book. Inspire me. The borders only in your mind. Smooth transition and points to challenge yourself. Expression that I needs to be improved. What is self-sabotage? Navigate to different direction. What do I mean? Inspire you to take small steps or to make small steps. Download it for free. You have already come, and another thought. Thank you.
Thank you for highlighting good language users, which not every grammarian unfortunately does. And now I welcome to the stage our timer, Vlad Safiulin. Did we break enough rules today?
So, do you remember I asked who is going to break the
We
rules?
told you the truth.
I remember only Vasilisa said that she would break some rules. Yeah. I don't know how to comment it, but you know, Vasilisa didn't break any rules during her impromptu speech. I would like to say something positive about our today's meeting from the timer side. I had a privilege to listen to two fantastic speeches and several impromptu speeches, and I would like to invite you to respect our rules regarding the time. Yeah, I enjoy listen to your speeches. Really, it was fantastic and insightful for me. I had so many enthusiasm about your speeches, but I will not indicate who breaks the rule.
Everyone knows, come on.
Yeah. Almost everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you for Are you ready for a quiz?
Oh, we don't have any sweets. So it's intellectual gift.
We should gift beer.
You can buy yourself beer.
Handshake.
So the first question, what is our guest's name?
Sergey!
How far his workplace from here?
No sweets.
What was the topic of Irina's last speech?
So,
Oh, this is self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage.
Well, about travel.
The car, the beach, the car,
You are stuck in a car.
Oh,
traveling from the direction.
Actually, I didn't call the topic. It was about
the car, getting stuck in.
solid
Yeah.
in broken.
Solid, let's say solitary, yeah.
The words,
Sabotage.
sabotage, from which language?
French.
To be more active, you need to hold a warm or cold thing in your hand.
Warm drink, warm drink.
Lack of visual excitement, excitement makes you feel
Bored.
Where did Donado travel?
St. Petersburg.
Why Irina doesn't want to win?
Self-sabotage.
Responsibility.
Fall off the mountain at the top.
Yeah. How many students in Galera school?
8.
Five.
Totally.
8
11.
plus
12.
11.
Plus 3.
11.
Nice. 8 plus 3.
Danira mentioned which mountain?
Everest.
Everest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last question, what is dream of Poland?
Dream, God's dream.
To travel to study abroad.
Thank you, Master, for challenging us with questions. Now I should review. Should I review?
Just remind people to.
Yeah.
Handshake.
Handshake.
Yes.
Now it's time for review, right?
If you want, you have 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Okay.
General review.
So the most important thing about this particular meeting is venue, which I think is pretty great. What? It is very cozy. It felt like I'm in a mountain hotel on vacation. And the meeting will end, and I will go to the corridor and go to my room and sleep. And tomorrow I will have nobody. But I believe that there should be some regulation about ordering food.
Interesting. Yes.
Because
Small.
because the waitress disrupted the meeting a little bit. She tried not to, but it's not possible. Yeah.
What do you suggest, General Evaluator?
To ban food.
So only after.
Then they will burn us.
Yeah, it's very. It's a little bit hypocritical for me to urge you to ban food before the meeting because I was the first one to order. But I finished before the meeting started.
It's okay, we'll discuss it. Yes.
Yes, it should be discussed. And except for the lack of speakers, it's a great place. I also liked that Toastmaster of the Day had slides for the whole meeting, but I'm in serious doubt that every Toastmaster ever will have time to prepare such a thorough introduction. But it was good. Maybe I will try it myself sometime.
I can share a template.
In the chat. Great, that would be welcome.
That's all?
I believe that's all. I talked enough today.
It's just me now. Thank you.
Welcome to the stage.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. It has been an amazing meeting. Thank you, everyone. Let's applaud. And we have a lot of awards to give out today because not one, not no, how many? Yes, not one, not two, but 3 of our members completed their levels and are moving to the next step. So the first award I would like to give is, please welcome to the stage, Bulat. Bulat, congratulations on completing successfully level 1.
Being a timer.
Yeah.
Bulat completed his evaluation at Self-Sabotage.
Yes.
Yes. Another person who completed their level 1 as well today was Alexander. Amazing evaluation. And I need someone to help me present the next thank you. Yes, myself, my fellow president from World Service. For completing. What level? Tell me what level I'm completing.
The amazing Evaluator completed today with her amazing presentation, level 3.
Thank you, thank you. We have one last award chosen by the public, by the people's choice of the best technical topic speaker.
Thank you, that's so sweet. Thank you so much.
I have a question to Danara.
Look to the camera.
How much do you have this best topic ribbons?
Just a sec.
Too many. Yes, come
This probably,
20?
this is the 5th, but I lost one, unfortunately, so 5 or 6.
Don't lose this one. Give it to your club. Give it to your club. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of quick reminders before we finish. Next meeting, we have a reservation again here on the 4th of December. But things again might change because apparently Toastbusters is now a traveling club. So we're traveling from location to location. I will update you, Alexander will update you as he's our VPPR, Vice President of Public Relations. So we will both update you on the next location, on the next meeting. Remember, all the roles you saw today, you can join the next meeting with one of the small roles that you saw, like accountant, grammarian, quizmaster. That's also a role that we have. Timer, Bulat was timer. For guests, you can take one of these roles. Thought of the day, Konstantin was thought of the day. So welcome. I'm sure Sonia will tell you all about it. We're looking forward to seeing you again. And conference, Saturday. I will be competing, Vasya will be competing, Sasha will be competing, Danara will be competing. Lots of people. We have contest chairs. Come, support your club members. Come to see. If you're a guest, you can also join. It's from 10 in the morning until 6:30, but you don't have to stay the whole duration. You can come and watch the English speeches. You can come and watch the Russian speeches. You can come and go for lunches. There's gonna be master classes, you guys, by speakers who work in public speaking. Not in our Toastmasters community. These are really special, unique master classes.
We are better than.
You have to come to the conference and prove it. Exactly. And I believe we can, people already finished eating, but the ones that haven't, you can now order food, you can order drinks, you can relax. If you want to stay for the after party, we stay here. And let's take a group photo. Thank you, everybody. Level 3.
Congratulations.
Первый